EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Jacobs to start the drive. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Looking for Michael Mayer on the play.
And that'll bring up second down.
When you look at this Bronco defense, they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense is exactly what the defense coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
They'll drop to throw. And it is caught. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want those body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fielded at the 33. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Now a 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll set up to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
So a good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You look at this Raiders defense.
And they come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Marvin Mims,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll roll him out right.
And pass the 40 before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs.
Yeah, he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. They run straight ahead here with White. And he's going to build his way forward to the 48. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. K.J. Hamler deep for the Broncos. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They try the left side here with Williams. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Javonte Williams racing to the end zone. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams, 81 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Inside the 20.
And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Max Crosby in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And Johnson's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still winning, and how you continue to lead.
He'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Jacobs going to try the middle.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
That one goes for 13 yards. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Dances by him. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Randy Gregory in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Carlson able to put this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Pushing through the contact. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. 1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2nd and 4. This is Hamler on the receiving end. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be fielded at the 17. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Now back to throw. Touchdown! Michael Mayer. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Broncos, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. And this one complete again to Mims. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby picks up his second sack of the afternoon. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, 35 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. There's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Slot man moves right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he stopped immediately there. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll set up a throw. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, The kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 9. They'll look to throw here. And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
2nd and 6. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Randy Gregory able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there. But wasn't enough to get him to completion.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On 2nd down, Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go into the century.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner, 100 yards or more in a game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now the Raiders have got him. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
1st down, here's White. And he's got it down to the 28.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Down right around the 25.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Back to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. Keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
Broncos 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. They'll come up now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Pass caught, Miller. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Back to throw. Rolling to his right. Able to find Judy. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here comes 2nd down at 5. He's back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Broncos are going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 1st down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Raiders' 33-yard line.
2nd and 11. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
This is 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
On play action, they'll throw. He has Mayer complete.
He'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stones.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football and probably 3rd down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
At the 32-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
This game rests on the right leg of Brian Johnson.
This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for the Broncos, the